Hey, what's up guys? You got Gunk or BB here and we're back with more PMPL. What's cool, huh? Anyway, um, second battle of the pools, we have this one and then one more. But before we can even worry about the next one, this one, we're going against Dracogon now. In case you missed it or in case you forgot, Dracogon was our opponent for the last PMPL. And not only that, but we have to face him in finals. So, yes, we came out on top. That's not a spoiler, right? That was like a month ago now. And yeah, I mean, can we do it again? Is he gonna take revenge? Am I gonna lose to him now? Well, only one way to find out. So let's find out. Alright everyone, we're gonna get with the builder over here, but first we gotta look at our opponent Dracogon. Now, like I said earlier, this was our opponent for finals in the last season of PMPL. I almost said something else, but yes, on PMPL, this was our opponent for the finals. So this guy's pretty good. We can see there's a region core of 3 Pokemon. Already kind of strong there. And then you have Mawile and Glimora. So second time we're facing Glimora in this league. Of course, very annoying Mon. And then Mawile. So Mawile's my favorite Mega Evolution. And it's definitely like one of my favorite Pokemon in draft. Every time I've used Mawile, I've won a league. It's amazing. I love that thing to death. It's such a good Pokemon. So that's all just to say that I'm pretty scared of this matchup because I know what Mawile can do and we're gonna have to overcome that. So first and foremost, I don't know what's up with Dracogon. You see, last season we managed to bring Scarf Elekid against his team because he had no ground type. And this time there's no ground type again, so I don't know what's going on, Dracogon, if you're watching this. Man, you need to get some ground types, because this time I'm gonna bring Scarf Zapdos. I really wanted to bring Specs. It totally demolishes his team. The thing is, I prefer to be Scarf because he has no switch-ins to this, but it's easier for him to revenge kill me if I'm Specs than if I'm Scarf. If I'm Scarf, I'm able to take on things and revenge kill things that normally I wouldn't, like Infernape if he goes for a setup, even Glimora and stuff like that, which, yeah, I mean, Zapdos is faster than Glimora, but you know, it could be Scarf himself and stuff like that. So I would really like to be Specs here, but we're gonna go with Scarf, T-Ball, Hurricane, Ball Switch, and Roost in case I get knocked off into Tangrowth or something like that, and I get knocked off, I can Roost. And also, because I'm Scarf, I'm gonna take Rocks, so I would like to keep my Roosting. To complement Zapdos, I brought Choice Band, Terra Fighting, Infernape. See, it's really hard for him to switch into Infernape. You might think he always has a Slowking, but the thing is I can always U-turn on that, and that's going to be a banded U-turn. It's funny, U-turn hits his team, the Regen Core does not switch into U-turn, they're both weak to Bug. And yeah, like Tangrowth's gonna take it, Slowking's probably gonna take it too, but it's gonna do a lot because I'm banded. And we also have Terra Fighting, Iron Fist, Mach Punch in case the Mawile goes out of hand. I'm really scared of Mawile, so I'm just gonna spoil you here. All 6 Pokemon that I'm bringing here, they can deal with Mawile in some way, or they can at least check it. Terra Fight Close Combat can actually 2-hit KO Slowking, depending if rocks are up and the spread, which is a little crazy. So, you know, we can actually win with Infernape, but I am going to try to just break with it. And speaking of breakers, we're gonna keep the offense with another Choice Band Mon, and that's gonna be Meowscarada. Flower Trick, Sucker Punch, Brick Break, and U-turn. Like I said, U-turn is really hard for my opponent to switch into because of that Regen Core being weak to Bug. The best switch into Flower Trick is like Infernape, obviously, but also Mawile, and like Mawile's not taking them very well because it's always gonna be a crit, so I'm going to bypass the Intimidate if he has it. Sucker Punch is just extra measure for things going out of the way. Actually, for Mawile. It might seem crazy to use Sucker Punch on it, but at +4 I can dive to Sucker Punch, so I would like to Sucker Punch it back, and if it's going for Sucker Punch, then I'm saying Sucker Punch so much, but if I go first, Sucker Punch is going to fail on the other side, and it actually does a pretty good amount because I'm banded. Lastly, we have Brick Break, just because it's the best thing to hit Mawile. It actually does some pretty good damage. To protect my choice banders, I'm gonna go with Rocky Helmet, Fist Death, Slowbro. We're gonna go with Scald, Future Sight, Toxic, and Teleport. We're gonna be that person, Toxic, Teleport with Scald and the Future Sight, the classic Slowbro set. I would like to be Boots, but I think Helmet's gonna be better. This is the main check to Mawile. Yes, it dies at +2. I am very aware. At first I was Cold or Berry, but then I realized like, he can just play rough. So, because Mawile's broken, so I figured, you know what? If I can take on Mawile, I'm just gonna be Helmet. That way I can chip it down and my Choice Band Mons can hopefully take it down, revenge kill it after. Scald, Scald just to burn. Future Sight is nice because I'm gonna probably be forcing a lot of switches with Slowbro here. Toxic is to catch any of the Regenerator Pokemon and actually, take advantage of that. And then Teleport is, of course, to bring in one of my choice Pokemon, which I already have 3. And then we're gonna go with Offensive Excadrill. That's gonna be Rocks and Spin. I don't really think I can get up as Swords Dance. I was Swords Dance at first, but then I was thinking about it. It's like, I'm never gonna Swords Dance. We are Chople though, because if I do get the speed, I have a chance of winning. Considering Tangrowth has to deal with Meowscarada and other things like that. The only thing that could revenge kill me would be a Mach Punch or a Vacuum Wave from Infernape, which is why Chopol's gonna come in really handy here. Like I said, I would love to be Swords Dance here, that way I can break Tangrowth, but because of that I think Tangrowth's gonna be physically defensive, in which case it's probably gonna come in on Meowscarada a lot. And when that gets weakened, Excadrill still has a pretty good chance of winning. And I can always flinch, you know how it goes. And last but certainly not least, I have a Sylveon set that wins on the spot. Now, you can see the stats over there, it's a little crazy. We're going with Timid and max defense almost. Let me tell you, when I cooked this up in the lab, I don't know what I was doing. Like, this is really good. Like, I'm not trying to be like high on myself or anything. This is a really good set. He can't do anything about it. I've been thinking for a while like how he can deal with this. He has to be Anchor on Infernape, which is, I mean, I guess he could be, but we'll see about that. So at +2, even if I'm a ground type, Tangrowth cannot break my substitute with Giga Drain, and Slowking can also not break my substitute with Scald. This is a really good set, dude. I love this. And of course, we're gonna be Terra Blast, so we can hit the Mawile. There really just isn't anything for Fairy and Ground, which, I mean, makes sense. Nobody has a switch into that. That's not a real thing. You will have to be like Bronzong to take on that. So hopefully, I can set up on either Tangrowth or Slowking. I can set up a substitute and then call mine up. And this set actually just wins on the spot. I'm really confident about it. So that's going to be the team. Let's hop right into the battle. Alright, so here we got the battle. First of all, there's the Slowking, which is amazing. And we actually see Sickle-Sart. I guess he wanted the Spinner, but truth be told, I don't think it's that amazing here. I also could have brought Mimikyu, but I guess it learns like Iron Head and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it's a good bring, maybe not. We do see all the other guys that I expected here. And of course, there's no electric resist, so I'm just gonna... No electric immunity, that's what I mean. So I am just gonna Volt Switch all over the place because I'm Scarf. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to lead with Slowbro, because the Slowbro just matches up well against pretty much everything. Nothing kills it in one hit, right? So I will have to be like Specs Tangrowth, and if he's bringing that there, I might as well just lose because like he deserves the win. But yeah, let's get right into the battle. Alright, like I said, Slowbro lead into Infernape. So this is perfect. We see U-turn. And he does not take Rocky Helmet. So that's a protective patch on the Infernape. We see that Scald does 21. This is very important, guys. This is why I like playing on Showdown. With that damage, I can tell that this is an offensive Sylveon. Not only that, but it doesn't have leftover. This is a spec Sylveon. And if we go over here, we can see that it's Terra Fairy. So this is gonna hurt, but this is my only switching. This is the only Pokemon that can take one. So I'm gonna go into it. Specs Hyper Voice. Holy shit. So I'm gonna rock on the switching because I know he's gonna swap. And here I'm gonna go Meowscarada expecting a Sleep Powder. He does not go for it. And here I can just get a U-turn. In comes Mawile taking rocks, which is amazing, and a banded U-turn. So already 85%, that's beautiful, beautiful. I can go into Infernape. There's absolutely no switching to this because there's no Slowking. So that's actually a bulky Glimmora, which is really, really cool. And we're able, yeah, you see the Black Sludge, we're able to hit KO it very easily. In comes Tangrowth, 44. So another reason I like Showdown. As you can see, it's Rocky Helmet. So this is like fully physically defensive. And I'm saying I like Showdown for this because usually if this was Wi-Fi, I will just stay in. This is actually a roll. Like, that's 44 is like the most I could have done there, I think. So I am not gonna risk it because I'm gonna die to Earthquake. So this is just going back into Meowscarada, gets poison unfortunately, and he doubles into Glimmora. Very beautiful play there. He's gonna force another T-Spike. I am going to U-turn even if the T-Spike goes up. And now I gotta think. I gotta go into something that doesn't invite Infernape, so I'm gonna go Zapdos. However, that invites in the Sylveon. So I'm just gonna Volt Switch. Seeing that Mawile is so weakened, I'm just going to sack my Slowbro. But he goes for Draining Kiss instead. Of course, if he was Hyper Voice, he wouldn't heal. The thing is, Draining Kiss, despite being a special move, it's contact, which means he's going to take damage with their Rocky Helmet. So he's gonna heal a lot, don't get me wrong, because it's Specs and it's Terra Fairy, so it's like 60 base power. So yeah, I am able to go into Excadrill. I am not going to attack though, I'm just going to spin because I have all my eggs are in the Sylveon basket. I think it can win, especially with Glimmora down. So I'm just going to Rapid Spin, get them off, back into my Meowscarada, already very weakened, I am aware. And here I just got a U-turn. Good Cyclizard. I am not gonna let this spin, so I'm going to Zapdos, trying to bait him to stay in. And he didn't know that was a Scar, so that was a pretty good play on my part, I think. Because he probably would have thought I can just spin. No, he can't spin. So I'm just gonna sack my Excadrill. It's already did what I had to do. And in comes Sylveon. But now I can just go into Infernape and this is gonna draw. This is banded Infernape. There's no way to leave that. In comes his own Infernape, which is gonna make me switch out. I'm just gonna sack Meowscarada because I'm setting up the Sylveon. And speaking of Sylveon, time to shine. Damage Suppressor. It's in here. We saw that it's a physical Tangrowth, which means I'm going to sub first and then Calm Mind. The reason I'm doing this is because Rocky Helmet means it's not AV, and being physical usually means Sleep Powder or Toxic. So I'm gonna go right away for the substitute, and we get the Sleep Powder. Amazing. So now we can get a Calm Mind. Oh, with Hyper Boost. Yeah, okay, I guess I don't need the Calm Mind. And he just can't break it because Sylveon is too bulky. And here I think I do get a Calm Mind to make sure I can sub up again. He Earthquakes. Earthquake doesn't break my sub actually. Here I don't sub up though because I know Infernape can come in, so I'm just going to attack. At this point I don't need the sub because Tangrowth just doesn't take the Hyper Voice, so there's no point. And Mawile here is gonna die to Terra Blast. Nice nickname, although I don't think it's reference to what I think it is. So Hyper Voice just cleans up, and Sylveon won. I knew Sylveon could do it. This set, I was cooking, bro. I was cooking with this set. But anyways, that's gonna be the battle. GG's to Dracogon, as always. Really good battler. I was so scared of Mawile. It's actually insane that he got no attacks on Mawile the whole game, because as you can see, Mawile 6-0s me. But it's gonna be the second battle. 2 wins in a row. Just one more battle and we can come out of the battle pools and we'll go into bracket. I'm pretty sure 2 wins already guarantees me a spot in the bracket, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna not try to win on the next one, because I will. And that's gonna be the battle. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.